So today we'll be discussing about the subarachnoid systems of brain. First of all, like what are the systems of brain? Brain is covered by three layers: dura mater, arachnoid matter, and pia mater. Pia mater is like densely other. You can say like pia mater is like loyal to brain. It is like densely othered like to all the gyri and sulci of brain. But whereas arachnoid matter, it leaves some spaces like when it is covering the brain, those spaces are said to be cisterns. Those spaces are filled with CSF. Cisterns are nothing but the spaces which are left out by the arachnoid membrane while covering the brain. So they are the spaces which are filled with CSF. First, we'll start with cisterna magna. Cisterna magna is like the biggest cistern. Biggest cistern. It is present below the cerebellum and behind the medulla oblongata. I'll show you picture. This is cisterna magna. Cisterna magna is present below the inferior part of the cerebellum. This is cerebellum. I'll just give the orientation. This is the sagittal section of the brain. Sagittal section is like the midline, like when you divide the brain into two halves, right and left half, that is said to be a sagittal section. This is the sagittal section of the brain showing one half of the cerebellum, that is right half of the cerebral hemisphere, and this is corpus callosum, and this is midbrain, pons, medulla oblongata, and this is cerebellum, and this is fourth ventricle. So this is the sagittal section of the brain. I think for today we will not take that much seriously this recording. You can unmute it so that I can understand like
Okay,
whether you
okay,
are
ma'am.
understanding or not. So
Yeah.
you understood like what I told, like am I speed?
Yeah, no, no, ma'am, it's all right. I'm getting all of it.
Okay, this is like the sagittal section of the brain,
Mm-hmm.
showing the right half of the cerebral hemisphere. This is the right cerebral hemisphere. This is the corpus callosum, and this is the this is the midbrain. This is
Midbrain.
the pons. This is the medulla oblongata.
Midbrain.
This is the fourth ventricle, and this is the cerebellum. So, cisterna magna is a CSS space that is present beneath the cerebellum and behind the medulla oblongata. So this is cisterna. This space, this circle space is cisterna magna. So the contents of cisterna magna are vertebral artery, and the pica. Pica is a posterior inferior cerebellar artery, ninth, 10th, and 11th
Mm.
nerve. You understood now? Like you have any doubt in this?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll read it again. Cisterna magna. Cisterna magna is a cerebellomedullary cistern that is present below the cerebellum and behind the medulla oblongata. It is a larger cistern. The contents are vertebral arteries. Vertebral arteries, like no, like two vertebral arteries passes
Yes,
from
ma'am.
the vertebral foramen and enters the skull through the
Vertebral
foramen
foramen.
magnum. Hello,
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
you are understanding now? If you have any doubt, you
Yes,
can ask me in between.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Two vertebral arteries that those pass through the vertebral foramen of the cervical vertebra, and it lies in the cisterna magna. Pica is like the posterior inferior cerebellar artery that supplies the
Mm.
inferior part of the cerebellum, and ninth, 10th, 11th nerve are the contents of the cisterna magna. This is the first cisternal space.
Okay.
This whole thing is the cisterna magna.
Mm.
Then we go to the
We
next.
can also
Huh.
remember. We can also remember this nerves by this relation, ma'am, because since it's the
Huh,
location of
huh.
this behind
Huh.
just the
9, 10,
medulla,
11 nerves
as
are
we
like they
written that
pass through the
9, 10.
medulla oblongata, no?
Yes,
Hello?
yes,
Huh.
ma'am.
9,
Ma'am.
10, 11, 12 nerves pass like those are related to medulla oblongata. So, okay, you can remember it as like 9, 10, and 11.
Ah,
Okay? And pica is
okay, ma'am.
like you can remember like we have already told, no? It is like inferior part of
Mm.
the cerebellum. It is present beneath the inferior cerebellum. Pica supplies the
Mm.
this what do you call the inferior part of the cerebellum is supplied by pica.
Floccular node.
Exactly. Then same we here we can see the diagrammatic representation. This is the vertebral artery. One half. So the one two vertebral arteries join to form the basilar artery. This is the basilar artery. You're understanding?
Right.
My cursor is like
Yes,
this is
ma'am.
the basilar artery, this is the vertebral artery. This one vertebral artery and the other vertebral artery from this side fuses to form basilar artery. Basilar artery
Okay,
is
ma'am.
like present in front of the pons. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
this pica is a branch of vertebral artery, supplying the inferior surface of this
Mm-hmm.
cerebellum. So the contents are like you can say vertebral artery, pica, and the nerves.
Pica 9,
Huh.
10, 11.
Huh. So this vertebral artery, this is the cisterna magna that is present. This is the inferior surface of cerebellum, and this is the posterior part of the medulla oblongata, which constitutes the cisterna magna space through which the vertebral artery and the pica passes, and the nerves are same 9, 10, 11 nerves. This
Yes,
is the
ma'am.
medulla oblongata. This is the pons.
Mm-hmm.
This is pons, and this is medulla
Mm-hmm.
oblongata. 9, 10, 11 nerves passes through the cisterna magna. Okay,
Mm.
you understood this.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then we'll go to the next one. Next one is like CP angle cistern. CP angle cistern is like that is connecting the cisterna magna that is present behind, and the anteriorly it connects the prepontine cistern. I'll show you like what is.
First, please tell me where is this angle is formed. I'm
I'll
little
tell
bit
you.
confused about.
Uh, CP angle cistern is this. This is cerebellum. Okay, CP angle
Okay.
cistern is present between the cerebellum and the pons. This is the same diagram, the sagittal section of the brain, showing the midbrain,
Okay.
pons, medulla oblongata. This one you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
This is midbrain, this is pons, and this is medulla oblongata. This is cerebellum, this is fourth ventricle. The CP angle system
Mm-hmm.
is present. CP angle is like the junction of the cerebellum, cerebello and pontine junction. This is pons, this junction. I'll show you the cross sections, you'll understand better. Wait.
Okay.
So this is the exact, this diagram is
Mm-hmm.
showing the pons, this teeth-like structure in the MRI is pons. You are understanding?
Mm-hmm.
This
Yes,
teeth-like
ma'am.
structure is pons, and this is cerebellum. Okay,
Okay.
this is cerebellum, and this is. I'll explain you detail. Just I'm showing you like the exact CP angle. This space is there, na? This one is CP angle. This CP angle is like that is the junction that is present between the pons and the cerebellum. You are understanding, huh? Or you have difficulty in
Okay, ma'am. Yeah,
understanding?
this section is clear. I
This
got it.
section, like usually CP angle is like if
Mm-hmm.
it is present between the junction of pons and cerebellum. This is the
Mm-hmm.
axial section which is showing that the one above is like it is present at the what do you call sagittal section. So you
Digital
understand
section.
better regarding CP angle in the axial section. This is like the sagittal section.
Yes, ma'am. I got it.
So in sagittal section, this is the CP angle. Okay. So
Okay,
we'll
ma'am.
go above, like we'll read the definition now. You will understand. CP
Okay.
angle system is connecting the cisterna magna that is present behind and prepontine system. This is like I'll read it again. Matlab, if I explain prepontine system also for you, you will understand this definition. First,
Okay,
we'll
ma'am.
read the contents of this. Contents is like ICA, anterior inferior cerebellar artery, fifth, seventh, eighth nerves. This one you can
Mm-hmm.
remember like pawn. This is CP angle. CP मतलब pons है. Pons is like
Pawns.
pons में क्या है? 3, 4
4,
is like
5,
midbrain. 5, 6, 7, 8 is
5, 6, 7, 8.
7, 8 is what do you call? Related to
7 is
pons.
special are
So
related to pawns.
So 5, 7, 8, you remember this. See, this I'll
Okay, ma'am.
explain. This same diagram which we have seen in the MRI, na? This is pons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is cerebellum. This is CP angle. You are understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. The diagram which have the MRI which have shown, I'm describing pons and the cerebellum. And this is the fourth ventricle. This space is fourth ventricle. And in front of the
Mm-hmm.
pons, it is filled with CSF. So fifth nerve passes in that section. Fifth nerve passes anteriorly. Just remember that from the
Mm-hmm.
pons, fifth nerve passes anteriorly. In the same section, like seventh, this is the seventh nerve and this is the eighth nerve. Seventh and eighth nerve
Mm-hmm.
will go to the internal auditory meatus laterally. In the same section also, we can see like if we draw like 7 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, click on draw.
Okay.
There
Click on
is
draw.
uh,
I'm thinking
right
if I
side, right side. This one. Now you can scribble.
same. This is fifth nerve going anteriorly. This is seventh nerve. This is the eighth nerve.
Seventh and eighth going
Okay.
laterally.
Seventh and eighth going laterally. That is. So this is the seventh and eighth nerve going laterally to the internal auditory meatus. Okay. So you can say the contents are.
Contents are ICA,
ICA
fifth,
seventh and eighth
seventh,
nerve.
and eighth.
See what is ICA. So this CP angle system I'll show you in this diagram. CP angle system is like this arrow is there. No? This is the CP angle system
Yes.
between the cerebellum and between the pontine. So it is related to ICA. ICA is a branch of basilar artery. This is vertebral artery which we have seen in the cisterna magna. This is vertebral artery. Two vertebral arteries joined to form the basilar artery. This is spica. The below vessel is spica, which is forming the content of cisterna magna. And this one above artery, there will be two arteries supplying the cerebellum. One is ICA, one is pica. ICA and pica. ICA has two branches, superior and inferior ICA. So this ICA will be present in the CP angle. You are understanding?
CP angle. Yes, ma'am.
I'll revise you again like at the end so that you can get a clear picture. Now you have a basic idea, okay? So this is basilar, two vertebral arteries joined to form a basilar artery. This basilar artery gives a branch ICA that is forming the content of CP angle system. So the contents of CP angle are ICA, fifth, seventh, and eighth. Fifth nerve passing anteriorly, seventh and eighth nerve passing laterally.
Laterally.
So same diagram. Now this is a CP angle system. This is the MRI, T2 weighted MRI. Like first of all, how do you say it is MRI? There is no bone here. Okay. And this is MRI showing T2 weighted image. How do you say T2 weighted? Is like this CSF is like
CSF is white.
So this is T2 weighted MRI showing the axial section at the level of pons. Like whenever you read a scan, you have to tell like whether it is an axial section or whether it is a sagittal section. This is the axial section. At what level you have to tell. This is like at the level of pons.
Pons.
This is pons. So you have to say at the level of pons. So this is pons. This is fourth ventricle, and this is cerebellum, and this is all of white. That is a CSF. Okay. So this is CP angle. Like the black space. I have drawn here like red. This one will be black.
Yes, ma'am. I understand. There is a black space.
Black space. That black space is fifth nerve. And here you will have this black space that is fifth and this is fifth nerve and this is seventh and eighth nerve going to the internal auditory meatus laterally. Okay, and you see this tiny how like always like how do you identify pons in a scan is like you see a black thing and that is a flow void. Usually flow void is a thing like whenever there's a high flow of blood or CSF or urine, you see flow voids. Flow voids is like when you see like wherever there is a collection of blood, you see like black structures that is present. No. So this flow void, matlab there is some blood vessel in front of this pons. Like how do you identify pons in any axial section of MRI or CT? Like flow void. That flow void is basilar artery. So anterior surface of this pons will always have basilar artery. That is the same thing in sagittal section. See. This artery is there. This is pons. So this artery, red artery is pons. This is this red artery is basilar artery, and this is pons. So in the axial section, you see it. Axial section of MRI, you see it as a flow void. Okay, understood? So same. Okay. Next, what do you have to do? Contents like this is CP angle. Now we have discussed two systems. One is cisterna magna and the other is CP angle system.
CP angle system.
What is the importance of this CP angle system is like we have a at CP angle junction we have CP angle tumor.
Yes, ma'am.
That is the most common in neurosurgery. That is vestibular schwannoma. Vestibular schwannoma, like
Mhm.
see, this, you have ice cream cone appearance of vestibular schwannoma.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that
Yeah.
originates from the vestibular schwannoma. That is, arises from the inferior vestibular nerve.
No.
If there's
Mm.
bilateral vestibular schwannoma, then you can say it is like NF2.
Neurofibroma.
Like clinical
Mm.
importance of all the systems, for like for every system, like what is the disease that is going to be present, like how is it like radiologically important, that will be discussing.
Mm.
Okay, then next is prepontine system. Prepontine system is like prepontine system is like present in front of the pons, like we have discussed.
Mhm.
This is pons now. Wait, I'll show you.
Uh, Here
Prepontine, this
that
is
it
pons.
is in
So
front of
this
them.
prepontine
Uh,
is like in front. Like you can tell me like one content now, like what is the content.
Basilar artery.
So basilar
Basilar artery, ma'am.
artery. You already know one content because of the previous discussions.
Mm-hmm.
So see, content is basilar artery. I'll just show
Mm-hmm.
you in the diagram. Pons, and this is the prepontine system. So we'll like
Contents.
like can you guess like what might be the other contents of pons?
If it's in front, then pons. Sixth nerve, ma'am.
Abhi, yes, good. Abhi, what can you
Acha,
guess?
yeah, sixth. So two content we got, one basilar and one sixth nerve. Hello.
Hello.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Uh,
You told
so
something.
I I said I found two contents right now, basilar and sixth nerve.
Okay. Any other thing you want to guess? I told like some branches will arise.
Uh, Basilar. Ica arises from basilar artery.
Very good. Very good. Hmm.
So then we will say it a Ica. We will say it a content of this
We
system.
see it
And
as a content because ICA arises from the basilar artery.
okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
we say it as origin of Ica. Okay.
Origin of ICA. Okay. So the contents are basilar
Mm.
artery, which you told. Then the other content
Mm.
is origin of ICA.
Okay.
Okay. The other one is sixth nerve
Sixth nerve.
and the superior cerebellar
Mm.
artery.
And superior cerebellar artery.
So
Mm.
ICA is like anterior inferior. There will be two cerebral. First, we'll discuss about the this ICA, pica, superior. What are this nonsense and all? We'll discuss. So cerebellum is supplied
Mm.
by two blood vessels. That is superior cerebellar artery and inferior cerebellar artery. So inferior cerebellar
Mm.
artery has two parts. One is ICA,
Anterior and posterior.
hmm,
Mm.
and this pica. ICA
Mm.
is anterior inferior cerebellar artery. Pica is posterior inferior
Mm.
cerebellar artery. ICA arises from
Okay.
basilar artery. Now, the two vertebral arteries join to form basilar artery in front of the pons. Basilar artery
Okay.
gives ICA and the vertebral artery gives pica. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
So the contents of prepontine system, like already you know, like without seeing diagram and all, you can say a
Mm.
basilar artery that is present in front of prepontine system is nothing. This the CSF space, subarachnoid space that is present in front of the pons is prepontine system. So what are the contents of this prepontine system? Which you like? First of all, you identify pons based on basilar artery.
Mm.
So you can say
Basilar artery.
basilar artery. Then from the
Mm.
origin of then from the basilar
Nerve.
artery, ICA arises. Then you have superior cerebral artery and sixth nerve. Okay.
Sixth nerve. Yes, ma'am.
Mm. Same in the diagrammatic basilar artery, origin of
Mm.
ICA, superior cerebral artery, and sixth nerve. So I already told you, like that is the MRI sagittal section of teeth showing flow word in the basilar artery in prepontine system.
Mm.
Okay. Same. The diagrammatic representation. This is the basilar artery. Okay.
Mm.
The inferior part is giving rise to basilar artery, and the inferior part is giving rise to the origin of ICA.
Okay.
Okay. That is supplying the
Mm.
anterior. And the other is superior cerebellar artery. At the superior part, basilar artery gives superior cerebellar artery, and at the inferior part, basilar artery gives origin to
Right.
ICA. So you know three blood vessels: basilar artery, and
Ica, your
Hmm.
cerebral artery.
Okay, and the sixth nerve. This is the
Yes,
sixth
ma'am.
nerve. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. Next. No. Now we'll. What is? Now you understood what is prepontine cistern and what is CP angle
Magnus
cistern. You
system.
understood three cisterns. What
Yeah.
are those? Cisterna magna you
Okay, ma'am.
understood. You understood
Yes, ma'am.
CP angle cistern, and the other is
And
prepontine cistern.
prepontine.
I told you now, but like for something we'll read back again. You will understand the line.
Mm-hmm. So,
CP
is
angle
there any
cistern is
disease for cisterna magna, ma'am?
cisterna magna. There'll be like so that basilar invagination. What do you say? Arnold Chiari malformations and all
Okay, okay,
related to
ma'am.
that
Huh.
cisterna magna. That is a complex
Dandy
thing
Walker.
for you at this level, so I did not mention it here.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Just remember the disease like Arnold Chiari malformation.
Okay.
So the CP angles, I told you, this line you will understand when you know prepontine system and cisternomagna. CP angle system is like
Mm.
present between the prepontine system in front and connecting. It is connecting the cisternomagna from behind to prepontine system in
Mm.
front.
Yes,
Like this one is
basically,
like
it's like
two.
a we can understand by a 360-degree. Like in front,
Hmm.
we have prepontine.
Exactly.
On the
Now
laterally, both sides, we have CP
you
angle,
initially
and behind we
understand
have
CP
cisterna.
angle system at axial section of brain. You were able to understand like what is the CP angle
Yes, ma'am.
system,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
in sagittal section you were having difficulty in understanding. Now
Yes.
if you read this line, you can understand. That is connecting
Yeah, it's
cisternomagna
clear
behind and
now.
preco.
Hmm.
This arrow shows the CP angle system. Wait.
Hmm.
Where is that?
No,
Hmm.
this one,
Behind
black arrow.
you have
Hmm. Cisterna
cisternomagna,
magna,
and in front you have
and we have
prepontine
CP
system.
angle
That is connecting. That is said to be CP
connected.
angle system. Now you are
Hmm.
understanding the sagittal section view.
Yes, ma'am. I'm getting it now.
Now we'll start about perimesencephalic system. Perimesencephalic
Okay.
system is a group of system that is present near the midbrain. There are three groups. Perimesencephalic. Just read this definition. Perimesencephalic. The term, it's like a broad term that has like subgroups of system which are related near the
Mm-hmm.
midbrain. Okay. First, we'll start with quadrigeminal system. Quadrigeminal. I'll first read this line, then I'll show you in the diagram. Quadrigeminal system is a system that is present below the plenium of corpus callosum, behind the midbrain, above the superior surface of cerebellum. Wait, I'll show you the diagram. This is quadrigeminal system. First of all, why the name quadrigeminal system? Just this is
Because there is
midbrain.
corpus quadrigeminal.
What is corpus quadrigeminal?
Ma'am, it's a
Hello.
where we have the crossing over of the
Can you be please be louder?
that nucleus. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there we have a red nucleus and
No, I want like what is
no,
corpus quadrigeminal? Like why is like it is called as quadrigeminal system?
Not
There is
remembering, ma'am.
no pressure in that. You just answer like whatever you know.
I remember something like there is a crossing over of the fibers of some nerve. Mm,
That
Sorry, ma'am, can't remember now.
no, it's okay. Even I don't know. Like so many things. I think you are talking about facial colliculus.
Facial colliculus. Yes, ma'am,
You
I
are
got it.
the one which you are telling is like facial colliculus, the elevation that is caused due to the passing of some nerve.
Yes, ma'am. That is
This
facial
is like
colliculus.
this is like you have four colliculi behind the midbrain. Superior colliculus,
Okay.
two superior, two inferior colliculus. All the four
Hmm.
combine to form quadri shape na idak quadri quadri
Your voice is breaking, ma'am. Your voice is breaking. Can you repeat it, please? Hello.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll show you one diagram or anything so that you can understand it. What is see this is the diagram. Okay.
Hmm.
So this is the mid behind the midbrain you have like two superior colliculi. The green one are two superior colliculi and the non-colored one are like inferior colliculi. Or like there are
No,
four
ma'am.
structures. All
Can't
this like hello.
I can't see the. You were showing me some other diagram?
Now you can see.
No, ma'am. Still no. I'm just seeing the diagram on the slides right now.
You're not able to see now.
No, ma'am. I can't see.
Okay. Just open your phone now and see like what is this
Okay, okay.
corpora. Just
I'll
type
Google.
corpora quadrigemna now.
Hmm.
Can you do that?
Yes, ma'am. Searching corpora quad.
Like behind midbrain, you have two structures, two superior colliculi and
Hmm.
two inferior colliculi. All these four like form.
Yes, ma'am. I opened that diagram from that you green one you were saying, na? Can hub.
You have seen that.
Yes, ma'am. I'm seeing it.
Hmm. The plate is said to be corpora quadrigemna. The space that is present
Okay.
behind corpora quadrigemna is quadrigeminal cistern.
Okay.
Okay, this is going to end in 1 minute. I'll share you new link.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. कलम
Corpora quadrigemina.
हाँ ये जो है ना It's like behind the midbrain. This green one is like superior colliculae, and this one is inferior colliculae. All this form like corpora quadrigemina. This plate is said to be corpora quadrigemina. The system that is present behind is quadrigeminal system. This is like the posterior view of the brain. Okay. Hello.
Okay.
This is the
Ma'am.
posterior view of the brain. These are the cerebral right, both cerebral hemispheres. This is the cerebellum, right cerebellum. This is like midbrain, pons, medulla oblongata. The elevation which you told now, due to the nerve, this is that the
Facial
one which you're
folliculi.
telling. Due to the nerve, facial collicular. This is the one. Superior collicular, inferior collicular. In this space is quadrigeminal system.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Do we have any content here?
It has, I will tell you. So the system, the system that is present below the splenium of corpus callosum, behind the midbrain, above the superior surface of cerebellum is said to be quadrigeminal system. So I will show you in the diagram what I read. This is the system which is present. This is the corpus callosum. This is the splenium of corpus callosum. Okay, splenium is the tail. So that is present behind the splenium of corpus callosum, above the superior surface of cerebellum, behind the midbrain is said to be quadrigeminal system. Okay, now you understood that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So quadrigeminal system is also said to be superior system or peripineal system. Peripineal system, we say it because this is the pineal gland. So the structure that is present to be adjacent to it said to be peripineal space. Okay.
Okay.
So the other names of quadrigeminal system, the contents of quadrigeminal system are vein of Galen, P3 segment of PCA, and posterior choroidal arteries. I'll tell you like what is vein of Galen, like how is it like P3 segment and all. First we'll discuss ambient segment. Then I'll tell you like how the contents of that are PCA, vein of Galen. Next is ambient system. Ambient system is like present on the sides of the midbrain. Contents of ambient system, like wait, I'll tell you like what is ambient system. Ambient system is like similar. This is like this is quadrigeminal system. Okay. Ambient system is like the surrounding the midbrain is said to be ambient system.
Okay, just like that CP angle system.
Exactly. Okay. This is a cross section of axial section of brain at the level of midbrain. Okay, this Mickey Mouse thing is midbrain. Okay. Here ambient system is this ambience. Ambient is like surrounding environment. The other name of ambience, like you say, ambience is good. Like whatever ambience meaning is like the surroundings. So ambience is like present on the either side of midbrain. This is said to be ambient system. This space at the axial section, this one is ambient system. At the sagittal section, the same midbrain section, like midbrain, like we cut into slices, that is the axial section. This is the sagittal section. In sagittal section, this is the midbrain surrounding section. And this is the ambient system. So the contents are basal vein of Rosenthal. I'll tell you. What I told, like in front of pons, there'll be in front of pons, there'll be basilar artery. So that basilar artery gives branches of basilar arteries over. And then what is that? PCA. PCA is like posterior cerebral artery. Posterior cerebral artery, the like from this basilar artery continues as posterior cerebral artery. This is like P1. This is two. I'll tell you, like, first of all, what are the parts of midbrain? This is like crura of ambient system. Crura. This upper part is crura. Two
Okay.
peduncles. These are two peduncles of cerebellum. This is the crura of
Mm.
cerebellum, crura of midbrain. Okay. So here, in from the middle, PCA arises. PCA. This is like P1 part of PCA. This is like P2 part of PCA. Okay. The PCA is like posterior cerebral artery. From here to here, it is said to be P1 part of PCA. Here to here, it is said to be P2 part of PCA. So in ambient system, we
Mm.
see P2 part of PCA and the basal vein of Rosenthal. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So basal vein of this is basal vein of Rosenthal. Basal vein of Rosenthal joins with the two internal cerebral veins. This one is internal cerebral veins. In two internal cerebral vein along with the basal vein of Rosenthal forms. What do you say? Vein of Galen. Okay.
Vein of Galen. Okay, ma'am.
What this is colic? This is the colliculi, superior colliculi. This is the quadrigeminal space cistern. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is quadrigeminal cistern? That is present behind the midbrain. Okay. This is the midbrain. This is the anterior surface
Mm-hmm.
of midbrain. This is the posterior part of midbrain.
Okay.
Quadrigeminal system is present behind the midbrain. So this is the ambient system. And this is the ambient system. And what do you say? So what is the content of, I told you, like I'll explain you the content of ambient system like at the later stage. No? So one thing vein of
Mm.
Galen is the content of quadrigeminal system.
Quadrigeminal system.
Vein of Galen is formed to the fusion of basal vein of Rosenthal and the two internal cerebral vein. So this is the ambient system. Two contents. One is the P2 part of PCA and the basal vein of Rosenthal. We'll see like what are the other contents. Same.
Mm.
P2 part of PCA, superior cerebellar artery. I told you, superior cerebellar artery arises from the superior part of
From the basilar
superior part
artery.
of cerebellum. That is this is the ambient now.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
so at superior part of basilar artery is like at the inferior part of this midbrain. So superior cerebellar artery, P2 part of PCA, basal vein of Rosenthal, and fourth no. These are the contents of ambient
Ambient
system.
system.
Same. See. This is
Mm.
we know this diagram, no? Cerebellum, midbrain,
Yes,
pons,
ma'am.
medulla oblongata. This is the vertebral artery. This is the pica
This is our
arising from the vertebral artery. This is the ica arising from the basilar artery. At the inferior
mm.
part, superior part, it is superior
In
cerebellar
part we
artery
have the
that is forming
superior
the content
cerebral
of
artery,
ambient system. And this is the P2 part of PCA.
PC.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we'll go back to this. What is that? This diagram. Ambient system is
Mm.
present on the side of midbrain. This is midbrain.
Mm.
This side part is ambient system. The contents are
Mm.
P2. From here P1. From here to here P1 segment. This is the P2 segment.
Mm.
Okay.
Basal vein of Rosenthal.
Basal vein of
Four.
Rosenthal and the fourth one. Okay.
Mm.
Basal vein of Rosenthal along with the two internal cerebral veins form the vein of Galen. That is the content of quadrigeminal system.
Quadrigeminal system.
Now, what are the contents of this quadrigeminal system? Vein of Galen that is formed by the fusion of basal vein of Rosenthal and internal cerebral and P3
Internal
segment of
cerebellum.
PCA, posterior choroidal arteries. Here you have to remember
Mm.
just posterior choroidal arteries. P3 segment I'll explain you.
Mm. Okay.
What did I tell you? Like from here, P1, the part of P1 corresponds to this. Okay. And this is the P2 part. Okay. From here, it forms the P3 part of PCA.
Okay, ma'am.
This is the ambient system. Two parts now. Vein of Galen and P3 part of PCA contents. And the other is I told you to remember the choroidal artery.
Mm.
You are understanding or you have some doubts or anything?
No, ma'am, I'm understanding.
Next is the interpeduncular system. Interpeduncular system is present in front of the midbrain.
Hmm. Okay, in front of the midbrain.
It is present. It is present in
Ah,
interpeduncler is like this. See, this I'm telling about the
ah,
interpeduncular system. Peduncle is like this is the two peduncles of cerebellum.
okay.
This one peduncle and this is the other peduncle. This is the interpeduncular system. Interpeduncular system is present on the anterior surface of cerebellum. Sorry, midbrain.
Hmm.
Okay, present in front of the midbrain. Contents of
Midbrain.
posterior cerebral artery. That is P1 part of PCA. Okay.
Okay.
Basilar artery. You know, basilar artery arises from the in front of the pons and it ends in front of the
Mm-hmm.
midbrain by giving two PCAs, terminating as two PCAs. Okay.
Yeah.
So basilar
Mm.
artery, you know one content. Posterior cerebral artery, P1 part, you know other content. So along with the,
Mm.
we always see like when there is a we this is a common MCQ, no? When there's a PCA aneurysm, third nerve is going to
Mm-hmm.
be
Then
affected.
we're
So
going to
PCA
next
runs
this
along
now.
along with the third nerve,
Mm.
okay, on the lateral aspect.
Mm.
So posterior cerebral artery, basilar artery, you know, from that PCA arises, you know, adjacent to that is third nerve, three contents, you know. Posterior perforated substance is like I told you, now for just remember the extra additional thing, posterior perforated artery.
Mhm.
Okay. So we assume like all the part of circle of Willis is present in the interpeduncular system. No, only the posterior part of circle of Willis is present in the interpeduncular system.
Right.
Circle of Willis has like ACA. You know now how is like circle of
LSE,
Willis formed.
LSE.
ACA communicating artery that is not related to the interpeduncular system. Only the basilar artery PCA division. Only that posterior part of circle of Willis is related to the interpeduncular system. Okay, now you know
Right.
what is interpeduncular system and the contents of interpeduncular system.
Mm.
So this is the interpeduncular system in front of the midbrain. Okay, this one exactly. So
Mm.
this is the basilar artery. Basilar artery gives two
Mm.
branches, PCA, two posterior cerebral
Okay.
artery. Okay, along with the
Mm.
PCA, there is a third nerve, and this is are the posterior perforated substances. Okay, you understood now?
Mm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, interpeduncular same.
You can also add a one slide of ma'am that
You
circle
want
of
to add
Willis.
one slide up?
Circle of Willis.
Not necessary circle of Willis. You just have a basic idea of circle of Willis. No? So
Mm.
I'll tell you like how the cisterns of brain are related. See, exactly I told you,
Okay.
no, basilar artery ends at the lower half of midbrain and it gives P1 part of
Mhm.
PCA. This is the P2 part of PCA, and here in the ambient system it is P3 part of PCA. Okay. So the
Okay.
cisterns now this is the axial section of midbrain. In front it is basilar artery. You said so. This is the interpeduncular system, and this is the ambient system at the sides, and this is the quadrigeminal system.
Mm.
So this whole diagram. This is the midbrain. Okay. What is this?
Okay. This is our aqueduct of Sylvius.
Exactly. Okay. This is midbrain. So the space that is present between the two peduncles is interpeduncular system.
Mm.
Okay. This is
Okay, ma'am.
interpeduncular. This is midbrain. Uh,
Mm.
this is interpeduncular system. This is what is this ambient system,
Immune
and this
system.
is quadrigeminal
This is
system.
our
Okay.
quadrigeminal system.
And this is Sylvian system at the size. This is Sylvian system, and the in between the two cerebral hemispheres, straight this is the interhemispheric system.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
this diagram shows the all the systems that are present. Perimesencephalic systems are the systems that are related to midbrain. What are those interpeduncular system, ambient system, quadrigeminal system? These are perimesencephalic systems.
So
Perimesencephalic
these
system
three are
along with the
perimesencephalic.
perimesencephalic systems. I
Has
told
three
in the
system.
beginning of this slide, I've told you like what are the
Yes.
perimesencephalic system has the following components. So perimesencephalic system along the systems of base of the brain. This is Sylvian system. This is the interhemispheric system. They form basal system. This is the MRI showing the basal exudates in the cistern spaces. So the
Okay.
most common thing we suspect is TB in India. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, ma'am. So it's not a normal MRI, ma'am.
No, this is not a normal MRI. This is a disease. This is the hyper. There will not be such exudates.
Okay,
This
this
is
is
not
not
a
a
normal
T2
MRI. This is a pathological MRI showing the.
corpora quadrigemina. Okay.
So this is the axial section of CT brain. Okay.
Mm.
These are the.
Okay, ma'am.
This is the third ventricle. This is the ambient system. This is midbrain. Ambient system में you have one laddu here. What is
Yes,
this
ma'am.
laddu? Can you guess?
Oh, must be a choroidal cyst.
No, it's not choroidal cyst. Like this is aneurysm. So
Okay.
this is present at the level at what is this? In the quadrigeminal system. If what is the blood vessel that is present in the quadrigeminal system?
Free of PCA.
So just by CT scan we can suspect that might be a PC aneurysm. Okay.
Okay.
To confirm that we have to do angio, DSA angio, CT angio. What come on. So what is the importance of the system is like you can just based on the see we read like contents and all that nonsense now. What is the importance of that contents and all is like you can just see the scan and like you can see the cysternal space and you can just guess the like what is the artery that is involved in that pathology before doing this angiography DSA. But for every case you have to do like to confirm.
Mm.
Next is supracellular system. Supracellular system is a system that is present above the cella turcica. Cella
Mm.
turcica, this is the cella turcica. You know, na cella turcica. This is pituitary. This is the sagittal section of the brain. Till now, we all know this. This is the cella turcica. Cella turcica is the
Very
roof
good.
of the pituitary gland. So the
Mm.
system that is present above the cella region is supracellular system. This is the cella. This is the pituitary gland.
Mm.
This is the supracellular system. Okay.
Mm.
So this is the pituitary gland, and this is the cella, and this is the supracellular system. Supracellular system is present filled with mass. If the age of, so most common thing we suspect is craniopharyngioma in case of children. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So same diagram. This is the inferior surface of the brain showing the cerebellum, midbrain,
All the
pons, medulla oblongata. This is medulla oblongata. This is midbrain, and this is medulla oblongata. This is pons, and this is midbrain. See, so follicular you can see here, and
mm.
I'll tell you the blood vessels. These are the two vertebral arteries fused to form basilar artery. Okay,
Those are colliculi or those are वो
these
memory
are
bodies?
colliculi. This two rounded structures are said to be colliculi. Superior colliculi, inferior colliculi. These are the colliculi. This is the ambient
Okay.
system. No, sorry, quadrigeminal system. This is the quadrigeminal system that is present on the inferior surface of midbrain. Behind the midbrain is quadrigeminal system. Hello?
But ma'am, this section you are showing me, this is, I mean, this is the dorsal, sorry, ventral part, na? This is the
This is the
front part.
inferior surface of the brain. Hello?
Okay.
This is the inferior surface of the brain.
हाँ
Like
हाँ
you are
मैम I'm
seeing the
listening.
brain from the inferior side. So this is the medulla oblongata, this is
Okay.
pons, and this is the midbrain. How do you say it is midbrain? Because first of all, how do you identify pons?
Okay.
Is like you see, like on the pons, there is a single blood vessel that is basilar artery. This basilar artery is formed by the fusion of two vertebral arteries. Okay. So now this basilar, so this
Mm.
one vertebral arteries give the vertebral artery gives pica. Basilar artery gives ICA and
Mm.
superior cerebellar artery. This is superior cerebellar artery, okay?
Mm.
And this is posterior
Mm.
cerebral artery. All this is circle of Willis.
Exactly.
So this is posterior cerebral artery, okay?
Mm.
Two posterior cerebral
Okay, ma'am.
arteries. This is what do you say? Internal cerebral artery.
This is
ICA. This is ICA that is forming the
mm.
MCA. This is MCA. So this
Okay.
is Sylvian system, okay? I told you, the
Mm.
systems that are present here in this diagram. Wait, I'll show you. This diagram, this is the Sylvian system.
Right, ma'am.
So this is Sylvian system having MCA. This is ICA that continues as MCA, middle cerebral artery. This is Sylvian system. So the content of Sylvian system is middle cerebral artery. 2 ICA,
Mm.
MCA, and this is ACA, anterior cerebral artery, and this is anterior communicating artery. This whole thing is circle of Willis. But whole circle of
Yes.
Willis is not a part of interpeduncular system. Only the posterior part of, I told you now one line, only the posterior part of, what is this? Posterior part of circle of Willis is a part of interpeduncular system. This is the midbrain. Wait,
Mm.
I'll tell you. This is midbrain. So what we told, like only the posterior part of circle of Willis is a part of interpeduncular system. So in this diagram, what you need to look is this, why I kept this figure is like to see the Sylvian system. In the Sylvian system, you can see the content of Sylvian system is MCA.
Yes, ma'am.
So okay, this is now you can see a bleed in the interhemispheric region. This two cerebral
Mm.
hemispheres. This is left cerebral hemisphere, and this is the right cerebral hemisphere. You can see interhemispheric. This is the interhemispheric system. You can see the bleed in the interhemispheric system. Like how I told you, the importance of system is to localize the blood vessel. Like what blood vessel is there. So this constitutes the anterior part of circle of Willis. So like from here ACA passes. In between two, there's an anterior communicating artery. So this laddu thing is aneurysm. This bleed is due to this
This is due to
SH in the interpeduncular system is due to the aneurysm that is formed due to this
anterior communicating artery.
anterior communicating artery aneurysm. Okay,
Mm.
some blood in the third ventricle also. So this is the axial section of CT brain showing the lateral ventricles. This is third ventricle, and this is the Sylvian system. This is the Sylvian system. This is the Sylvian system. Here MCA is involved. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's it. End of the slide share. Did I record this?
Yes, ma'am. I understood it.